Hello and welcome back to Lago Granja on Pioneer Map. This is episode 30, and in this episode we'll be looking after our dairy herd. We'll be harvesting the cotton, then we'll be replanting that field. So here we are at the cattle field, cattle pen, cattle area, dairy herd area, whatever you want to call it. In any case, let's just get this hooked up. We'll empty the little bit of TMR that we've got in the mixer, and then we'll head off and go and mix up a fresh batch. So currently I am feeding the dairy cattle twice a day, morning and evening. I'll show you a little bit later in the video exactly why that is. The herd is about 50% in calf at the moment. So when I say 50%, they're about halfway through the gestation period, should I say. Right, where we are, we will pop a bale of hay into the mixer, and that gives us 8,000 litres. If I can just get my driving skills down. It's a little bit, it's actually really not that tight. It's me that's not driving that well that makes it look like everything is tight. I try not to bump into things, but as we know, that doesn't always happen. So the rub of this is that I'm trying to get one bale into the mixer. Should happen this time. Right, aim it all up, put it on the forks. Yeah, so the herd should grow quite nicely in the next few months. The cattle herd double up in size. That does mean they'll start eating more food. I'm busy contemplating whether I should separate the new arrivals out from the herd. I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to do that or not. We'll see how that happens in the next couple of episodes. But we'll only make that decision once the new calves are born. The only reason why I say that is that while the new calves are growing, they don't always need the same sort of feed. But I need to do a little bit of research on that to see if it's going to make any difference. Thing of course is we do have lots of land, so that's not really the issue. Right, just have a look quickly over here. Right, so you can see that the cattle are looking okay, and the TMR mix is still in the red, so we'll top that up once we've done this. Hook up. What we'll do is we'll head off to the silage fermenter and go and put roughly another between 8 and 9,000 litres of silage into that, and that should give us TMR, and then we'll pad it out with some straw, and that should give us a good healthy TMR mix. Let's get it into the under the pipes as such. Pull that out. As you can see just next to us there, the cotton is ready to go. Get that into the cotton mill, or into the fabric production area once we've harvested that. So we have to be a little bit careful on this. It gets to about 18,000. Stop it. There we go. So if we get between 18 and 19,000, I'm relatively happy with that sort of mix. So it's pretty much a 50-50 mix, and then padded it out. 50% hay, 50% silage, and that gives us between 18 and 19,000, and then we pad out with with straw up to 24,000 litres, which is the capacity of this. And we should still have silage. So just keep your eye on the icon. Yeah, the icon's still there, so we still have total mixed ration. And we can go and feed this to the cows. Right, I always slow down. When I'm full, I have to go take this corner pretty slowly because it's sort of downhill and we're pushing a bit of weight on this fairly small tractor. It can turn the tractor over if we take that bottom bend too sharply. So we're just about back at the cow pen, and we'll go and top up the total mix ration until it can't take any more. We'll leave the mixer down here so that we start the whole process again in the evening. Right, once we've done this, we'll go and hook up the milk trailer. So the rules that I'm playing in with regard to milk is that the milk must be delivered every day, fresh every day to the dairy, which is kind of what you would do in normal life, sort of certainly not more than 2 days. So we got 15,000, this 10,000 litre tank, so we will deliver 10,000 and then leave the 5,000 for tomorrow. So we have to deliver full tanks, well, based on full tanks. So if there was 25,000 litres, I'd have to put 2 full tanks into the creamery or into the cheese production or dairy, and just leave the half a tank for the next day. The half a tank, less than 10,000 litres basically. So we can't store more than 10,000 litres. If there's more than 10,000 litres, everything above 10,000 litres, 9,999 litres, must be delivered. If that makes sense, all that rambling. Basically, we've got to deliver milk every day. Can't be holding over huge quantities of milk, waiting for right prices, etc., because it'll go off. Right, everything looking very nice. The autumn stroke fall colours, and we'll get this delivered and then get the tank back down to the cow shed. Why did I miss the trigger point there? I'll just reverse this back in. Whoops, it's going a bit too sharp. I'm not going to recover it by going backwards. That's better. Right, the cheese production's all running nice and smoothly, and the cheesemaker tells me he's delivering cheese every day. I'm seeing that coming in our revenues. Our revenues are looking quite good. We do have a annual general meeting of the farm, which is going to coincide with the annual general meeting of the general area, and we'll go through exactly where we stand, how much we're making at the moment from all the little industries that we've got going on the farm. Should be quite interesting. So we have come quite a long way since we started. Let's just park this off here. Right, and then we'll head up to the store and go and buy. Well, no, we're not going to buy, we can't afford it. We're going to lease a cotton harvester, so we can get that cotton harvest in and get it into the production units. Right, we'll do that small. We don't need the big one. We'll do the cheapest one we can get. It's probably not even going to fill up one full bale. It's leased. Let's get it back to the farm. Looking good. quite nice. We've got another crop coming in. I think we're going to have to do a bigger field. I have a plan to make another field, but I'll go through that in the next episode, and then we'll be alternating this field and the new field with cotton, just to keep the cotton mill, or the textile mill production unit, working in conjunction with the wool, of course. Right, let's set this off. Get it all unloaded, and not unloaded, and folded. Look at all those little animations on the side of that combine harvester. Fantastic. Right, we're off. Cotton bean harvest. So once we've harvested the cotton, we'll replant this field. We'll plant it with barley. It'll be slightly... I think we can plant barley. I think we've got barley next in the rest of this field, haven't we? So it'll be slightly behind the other barley that's already planted, which I think we planted in the last episode. That's not too much of a problem. I mean, we can get this field and as one, growing the same crop. We don't really need this split field out here anymore. It was done right in the beginning when we only had one field and we just wanted to do more than one crop. Right, we'll turn it around and then we'll get this onto a time lapse, so that we're not just staring at the cotton harvester going up and down. Just get it going back down this pass, and then we'll get onto that time lapse and we'll see you once that's done. Right, we're just about done with the harvest. Just over 10,000 litres of cotton. It's a fair amount to go into the textile mill. It does produce relatively slowly, so it'll keep it going, hopefully between that and the wool, until the next load or the next harvest of cotton is ready, which we haven't even planted yet, which we haven't even actually created the field for yet. But in any case, let's not dwell on those minor details, as I say. Might just take a while to get them done. Right, so we'll just finish off this last little bit, and then I'll just drive the harvester up to the textile mill and offload it directly from there. It's not a full load, we don't have to unload any bales in the field and then go through the rigmarole of loading up a trailer or taking it on the forks or whatever. We'll just drive it up. It's be fairly slow, easy drive up to the. And once that's unloaded, we'll return the harvester, or we'll let the store know that they can come and collect it, because the deal is normally we collect from them when we lease, and they come and collect from us when it's ready to go back. And of course, at the price of leasing this, we don't want to be spending too much. I mean, we've done less than an hour, so there's no hourly costs or any additional costs to come from the harvester. Of course, we'll eventually get a harvester of our own, but they are pretty pricey. And hopefully, once we're selling clothing, we will recover the costs. Right, so we're just about at the mill. Just reverse that into the unloading area. As you can see, just on the left there, we already have a pallet of fabric, so it's come from the wool. And most probably in the next episode we should be able to get our tailor shop up and running. So I do have a advert amongst the local population for somebody who wants to take on the tailor operation. At the moment I'm struggling a little bit to find somebody. There's a couple of people are qualified, but they don't really want to take on the full responsibility of running the whole operation, so we might have to rethink that a little bit, but we'll see what happens in the next little while. Right, just fold this up and then we'll get that back to the store. Right, let's get the mulch out now, and we'll go and mulch that cotton field, start the preparations for the next planting. As I said, I think we're going to put barley in there, so we'll belt it direct drill once we've got this all mulched, got the stalks down. Right, here we go. So we'll just get it started, and then we'll do that on a time lapse so that get it done as quickly as possible. Needs to be done, gives us a couple of extra yield percentage points. Right, we're back again. Just about finished the mulching. Last little strip to be done. And then we'll go and pick up the cedar. So it all went off pretty much without too much of a hitch. This mulcher works quite well. It's quite fast. Does give me a good bit of practice on 3-point turns every time we have to turn it around, but it's pretty quick. Can't complain too much on that. We'll just give it a quick wash off before we put it away. A while again before we need to harvest. I don't think there's anything just about ready to be harvested right now. It's probably only going to be after winter, spring, summertime that we'll be harvesting again. Got some grass to do quite soon. Got to make that new field, so we've got quite a bit of work to be done during the winter time, so I'm not too worried about having nothing to do. I think I did mention that we're going to be having a general meeting of the farm and the local government, just to see where we are. Might not be the next episode, it's probably the episode after that. It'll be quite good to take stock and see what has been done over these last couple of years on this farm, and what sort of contribution we've made to the economy. It certainly has grown. Right, so we're going to put barley in. We'll just get this started, and once again we'll put that onto a time lapse. Oh, trying to plough up the gravel. Hopefully they just sharpened the tines and didn't dull them. Oh, in any case, here we go. Working okay. Alright, we'll go into the time lapse and we'll see you once it's done. Alright, we're back again. That's just about done. And that's that that crop planted. We'll just fold this up, or just, oh, there's a little slither there. We'll finish that off. And then get this back to the shed. Go and park it up. Right, let's fold this up. I think that's where we're going to call it a day on this episode. We will roll the field off camera as well. Let's just give this a watch. Let's give this let's give this a wash. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you, and cheerio.